So today I'm going to show you some techniques to use with oil pastels, and this is just one of the sheets that we have around the art room to talk with you about what we can do. Really, we're focusing in right here, highlight and adding light and dark with your supplies for an oil pastel, but please take a moment to look at this chart for some other things that you can do with an oil pastel. So we're looking at the value chart today, and we're just using some regular old oil pastels, and what you want to first do is choose your color that you want to work with. So I'm seeing in this pack this orange, and so I'm going to stick with my orange as my true color, and so that's the color straight out of the stick. It's going to go right here in the center box. That one's a no-brainer. You always start with the true color, and there it is. Now I want to make it a tint. Tint is lighter, so like with crayons, I could use less pressure and it will come out lighter. See how pressing less, I show more paper through, and I could show even less pressure and I can get it even lighter. And if I go across, cross hatching, I can get it a little bit more intense because those two are different, okay? So here we have our true color and lighter and even lighter, two tints. Now, to get it darker, I'm not really going to get much darker than what I had already because that's the true color. So I'm going to take my oil pastels, I'm going to color with that, and then I'm going to take a neutral color, and browns count as a neutral. So I'm going to rub in some brown. And I'm not doing a lot because I don't want it super dark, but I do want it darker. You could also blend it with your finger because oil pastels have that ability to blend the colors, which is a really great thing about them that make them look a lot like paint. So I'm going to color in this block with my true color, not super dark because I want the paper to be able to absorb some of the color, but now I'm going to go over it with some brown, a little bit more brown. Okay, just like painting, you use more of the darker color, it will get darker. Same thing can work with your control with your oil pastels. So I'll take a look, step back, blend it with my eyes and see, and I think I'm pretty successful. I have a very light tint, a little bit darker, and here's my true color. Here's my first shade and my second. I would like you to also try to do your shades with your blacks and whites. So I'm going to take my true color again. I'm going to color it in lightly here and lightly here, and then I'm going to add blacks to that. In the other case, I'm going to take my other end and I'm going to color whites to make my tints. So again, you can blend with the orange and add the black, a little bit more black to make it darker, blend. This is kind of looking gray, so I'm going to add a little bit more orange to it, make it a little more intense. I think that was successful for true color, shade, and darker shade. Coming back over here, I'm looking for my tints, so I'm going to color them in. Not solid, because I want to be able to blend in the white. So I take my white oil pastel and add that in. Blend it with my finger. Ooh. Use a clean finger. See, my finger is dirty from before. And this one even lighter. Okay. This one maybe could use a little bit more orange. Bring it up a little in tone. And there we go. So I'll fill out the bottom to say that these were used for oil pastel. And that chart is ready to go in my sketchbook.